Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be reacting on a fit guy walking. So this is basically just people reacting to him while he's walking and admiring kind of his handsomeness, if we had to call it that. But the guy's attractive, I think. Got a lot of views, so I figured I'd make a video on it. And the reason I make this video is because today's day and age is crazy because it's so easy to stand out. And to be, if you're like looking for a girlfriend, for example, or a wife, you need to be attractive. You can't just be like a slob and then expect them to like you for your personality. They need to be attracted to you. That's Think about that for a second. Like if attraction didn't matter, you wouldn't have. Why have eyes? Like in the case, like we have eyes because we want to look at things that are attractive. Also other things, but the point I'm making is very simple. You need to be attractive so that your relationship will last longer. And it's not to say that that's all that matters, but I find that most people, they start off like, dating in high school, and they're usually at their peak at that point, which is crazy. For men and women, it's different. Like they're definitely not at their peak. Women, I guess you can say yes, or a few years following that, they're at their peak, but they definitely have an expiration date. There's a saying that says men age like fine wine and women age like milk. So you have to preserve it. I know a lot of people will disagree, but I don't really care. That's just the reality of life. If you don't want to accept that, it's your problem. But for guys, which is 95% of my subscriber division, it's like 95% men, 5% women. You guys need to take care of yourself. It's so easy. I wouldn't even say it's hard. Find the haircut that you like or that looks nice. Sorry, not that you like. Be well groomed. Should like clean up your beard if you have to. I'm not saying like be perfect in every regard, but geez, if you even did it 80, 90% close to perfection, then you would stand out dramatically. Like yesterday, here's a little story before we get into the video. But yesterday, I was basically, riding my motorcycle, went to the store to grab something from Tom Thumb, I think the store's called. Basically like a closer store to where I live. And, a lady obviously stopped me and said, "You're so handsome. You should really wear a helmet." Even though I didn't wear a helmet, you should wear a helmet, I guess. But I was like 5-minute drive. And the girl just kept talking and talking and talking. And you can tell by her body language that she was attracted to me. And it's not to say that I did anything, obviously. I didn't because I'm not interested in that. But in her specifically. But I am saying that makes you stand out. I'm in great shape. I'm not sure. I'm 5'11", around 197, 198 pounds, probably close to 12% body fat. But all these things make me stand out. And I was well dressed. Like I was not dressed for the slide. I was dressed for the ride, which is the opposite of what you should do when you ride a motorcycle. But I had, my shirt. I had a nice shirt. Had some jeans. Had some, I think they're called Chelsea boots, something like that. And it makes you stand out like so easily. If you just got in great shape and kind of structured your hair and beard, if you can grow one, in a way that's going to make you attractive, it just makes you stand out so easily, guys. Anyway, let's jump right into the video. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Let's react to this. I'll give you guys some tips. Notice here, the guy's not wearing a three-piece suit. He's wearing a long sleeve t-shirt or long sleeve shirt with some pants. His hair has a cool bun. It looks like this might be in India, but the guy has great hair, so he can pull that off. I had long hair for probably 4 years now. I cut it off. It's too much maintenance, and it didn't look good like naturally. It was harder for me to make it look good. So this guy's Myron over here, and the girl underneath my photo here. He's getting the looks from both the men and women. Just so you guys know, those are called choosing signals. When back then, women used to like drop their handkerchief, and you used to have to pick it up, and then you would, say, "Hey, lady, you dropped this, whatever." I'm not using the right terms, but you know what I mean. Nowadays, women make pretty obvious eye contact with you if they're interested in you or find you attractive. That's how they give you the okay to approach them if you're interested. If not, just keep walking. But okay, let's get back to it. Also, just take into account, just look at everyone. Meaning, look how he's dressed and how he's built and how well he's maintained himself, and you'll see why it's so easy to stand out nowadays. Because nobody cares. Nobody cares about how they look. It's crazy. So easy to stand out now. We're gonna fast forward this a bit. My God, it's a long pier. They might also just be staring at the camera now that I'm thinking about it, but nonetheless, it still makes the point. People are looking at them, not because necessarily the camera behind them, but I think they realize that afterwards. And from Hail Mary, this guy's like 20 feet from him, already looking. Girls on the bottom left, but my little box thing is there, so by the way, this admiration comes from both men and women. So, like, you're gonna have a man and woman admiring you. Like, you're gonna get better treatment. That's just the reality. Like, no one wants to accept this, it seems. But the reality is, the more attractive you are, the better the way people treat you. It really is true. Trust me, it's true. And the more that you improve your ability to look better, so just be hygienic, brush your teeth twice a day, wash your face, don't look greasy and dusty. Make sure you wear clothes that fit you well. Don't be fat. 15% body fat or less. That's what I always recommend for guys. For women, if you want to be more attractive, just at least 25% body fat, at least. Meaning that's the highest you should be. Anything lower than that is usually recommended or ideal if you want to be more attractive. Thinner is always better. And I know that that's not the case nowadays as much as it was before. However, the the thing that a lot of women nowadays, they think, oh, I'm gonna be thick or something like that, but they're not. Most of them are just fat. I heard your waist is like 37 inches to 5'3". You're not thick. You are obese. 100% you're obese. You're fat. You need to lose weight. If your waist is anything more than, in my opinion, for most women, than a 32, that's crazy because you're too short. Most women are short, like 5'3". So that's not short. That's average height for women in America. So that's not short. I'll take that back. But by definition, you should not have a 32-inch waist. That's crazy. That's like my waist, basically. And I'm not. I'm 5'11", almost 200, 197, almost 200 pounds. There's no reason our waist should be the same size. You need to reduce your waist size by losing weight. You can't just do it in one area. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Kids, I need to be like him when I grow up. Yeah, so even in this portion of the video, you see that he's wearing a fitted white shirt, long sleeve, with long pants, it looks like. So again, guys, it's not hard. It's not hard. You just have to do the work. It's not complicated either. Get down to around 15% body fat or less. Build kind of like your shoulders. Build your upper chest area. In my opinion, you should be growing everything. But if you're going to put a little bit extra work, always put it into the shoulders. Arms, not so much. You don't really have to do too much for arms. It's a byproduct of everything else you're doing. So I haven't trained my arms in consistently probably 6 years. I do primarily like pulls, like vertical pulls, vertical pushes. Same thing with bench and rows. You're going to work your arms indirectly that way. But the main thing is you got to focus on the shoulders. Really focus on doing more like lateral raises, rear delt raises, things like that. That's what's going to give you the more, they call it the Adonis ratio, which means that your shoulders end up being 1.6 times bigger than your waist. So kind of like that V. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or if you want to drop, if you agree or disagree with what I said, you can drop a comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.